The IELTS speaking test can seem daunting, right? It's natural to feel nervous, but don't worry. We're here to break down the first part. IELTS speaking part 1, so you can walk in feeling confident and prepared. This section is your introduction, your chance to make a great first impression. Think of it like meeting someone new. You chat about familiar topics, get comfortable, and show off your personality a bit. That's what part 1 is all about. A friendly conversation to ease you into the test. We'll cover everything from the types of questions to expect to simple tips for practicing. Remember, with the right preparation, you can succeed. Let's get started and make sure you're ready to shine in your IELTS speaking part 1. Okay, so what exactly goes down in IELTS speaking part 1? Let's break it down step by step so you know exactly what to expect and can walk in with confidence. Imagine this, you walk into a room and greet the examiner. It's a formal setting, but don't let that intimidate you. The examiner is there to assess your English speaking skills, not to judge you personally. They'll ask for your identification, which is a standard procedure to ensure that you are the correct candidate. The examiner will make sure everything is in order, checking your ID against their records. This is just a formality, so stay calm and composed. Once everything is verified, the fun begins. This is your moment to shine and show off your English speaking abilities.
This first part is all about you and your everyday life. It's designed to be a warm-up so you can get comfortable speaking in English. The examiner will ask you a series of questions about familiar topics. These are things you talk about in your daily life, so you should find them easy to discuss. Think hobbies, work, and interests. You might be asked about what you do in your free time, what kind of job you have, or what you enjoy doing on weekends. Other common topics include your studies, family, and even the weather. These are all subjects you're likely familiar with, so just speak naturally. Food is another popular topic. You might be asked about your favorite dishes, what you like to cook, or where you enjoy eating out. These are things you talk about all the time.
The questions are designed to be straightforward and easy to understand. The goal is to get you talking comfortably and naturally. The examiner wants to hear you speak naturally and clearly. They are looking for your ability to communicate effectively in English, so focus on being clear and concise. This part lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes and is your chance to warm up your speaking skills. Use this time to get into the flow of speaking English and to build your confidence.
Now that you know what to expect, let's move on to some practical tips for preparing for this crucial part of the test. Preparation is key to doing well in the IELTS speaking part 1. Start by practicing speaking about common topics. Make a list of potential questions and practice answering them out loud. This will help you get used to speaking English and thinking on your feet. Record yourself speaking and listen to the playback. This can help you identify areas where you need to improve, such as pronunciation, grammar, or fluency. Practice speaking with a friend or family member. This can help you get used to having a conversation in English and can make you feel more comfortable during the actual test. Expand your vocabulary. The more words you know, the easier it will be to express yourself clearly and accurately. Read books, watch movies, and listen to podcasts in English to help build your vocabulary. Work on your pronunciation. Clear pronunciation is important for effective communication. Use language apps or online resources to practice and improve your pronunciation. Finally, stay calm and confident. Remember, the examiner is not there to trick you. They want to see you do well. Take a deep breath, relax, and do your best. With the right preparation and a positive mindset, you can ace the IELTS speaking part 1. Good luck! The key to acing your IELTS. Speaking part 1, preparation. It's not just about knowing the language, but also about being comfortable and confident in using it. The more you prepare, the more natural and fluent you will sound during the test. Think of it like cooking a delicious meal. You need the right ingredients and a bit of practice. Just as a chef carefully selects and prepares ingredients to create a perfect dish, you need to gather and practice the right materials to excel in your speaking test.
First, familiarize yourself with common IELTS topics. Think about your hobbies, your daily routine, your favorite foods. These are the kinds of topics that often come up in part 1 of the speaking test. By reflecting on these everyday subjects, you can prepare yourself to speak naturally and confidently. Practice talking about these things naturally. You can do this by speaking in front of a mirror, having conversations with friends, or even talking to yourself. The goal is to make speaking about these topics feel as natural as possible. You can even record yourself to identify areas for improvement. Listening to your recordings can help you notice any mistakes or areas where you can improve your fluency and pronunciation. It's a great way to track your progress and make adjustments as needed.
Next, expand your vocabulary. A rich vocabulary will help you express your ideas more clearly and effectively. Learn some topic-specific words and phrases. This will not only help you understand the questions better, but also allow you to give more detailed and interesting answers. For example, if you love reading, learn words like genre, plot, or character development. These words will help you talk about your favorite books in a more engaging and informative way. This will make your answers richer and more engaging. Using a variety of vocabulary will show the examiner that you have a good command of the language and can use it effectively in different contexts.
Remember, consistent practice is key. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will become with speaking English. The more you practice, the more confident and fluent you'll become. Practice speaking English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. This will help you build your confidence and improve your fluency over time. Don't be afraid to speak English as much as possible in the days and weeks leading up to your test. The more you use the language, the more natural it will feel. Try to immerse yourself in English as much as possible, whether it's through conversations, watching English movies, or reading English books. This will help you get used to thinking and speaking in English, which will be a huge advantage on test day. Even the most prepared test takers can make mistakes. It's natural to feel nervous or anxious during an important exam, especially when it comes to speaking in a second language. You might stumble over your words, forget what you wanted to say, or simply freeze up. These moments can be disheartening, but they are also opportunities to learn and improve. But don't worry, we're here to help you avoid some common pitfalls in IELTS Speaking Part 1. With the right strategies and a bit of practice, you can overcome these challenges and speak with clarity and confidence. Let's explore some tips and techniques that will help you shine during your speaking test.
One common mistake is giving short, one-word answers. When you're asked a question, it's tempting to respond with a simple yes or no, especially if you're feeling nervous. However, this doesn't give the examiner much to assess your language skills. They want to hear you speak in full sentences and provide more information. Remember, the examiner wants to hear you speak. They are looking for evidence of your ability to communicate effectively in English. This means you should take every opportunity to expand on your answers. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts, opinions, and experiences. Instead of just saying yes or no, elaborate on your answers. For example, if you're asked if you like reading, don't just say yes. You could say, yes, I love reading because it allows me to explore different worlds and perspectives. My favorite genre is science fiction because it challenges my imagination and makes me think about the future. Give reasons, examples, and details to make your responses more engaging. This not only shows your ability to use a range of vocabulary and grammatical structures, but also makes your answers more interesting and informative. The more you can say about a topic, the better.
Another mistake is memorizing answers. While it might seem like a good idea to prepare and memorize responses to common questions, this approach can backfire. The examiner can usually tell if you're reciting a script, and it can affect your score negatively. The examiner can tell if you're reciting a script, and it can affect your score. Memorized answers often sound unnatural and lack the spontaneity and authenticity that the examiner is looking for. They want to see how well you can think on your feet and respond to questions in real time. Instead, focus on understanding the questions and responding naturally and spontaneously. Take a moment to think about your answer before you start speaking. This will help you organize your thoughts and provide a more coherent and natural response. It's okay to pause and gather your thoughts. It shows that you're considering the question carefully.
Finally, don't be afraid to use a variety of grammatical structures. Using a mix of simple and complex sentences can demonstrate your range and proficiency in English. For example, you might start with a simple sentence and then add a more complex one to provide additional information or context. Mix it up with simple and complex sentences to showcase your language skills. This not only makes your speech more interesting, but also shows the examiner that you can use English flexibly and effectively. Try to incorporate different tenses, conjunctions, and clauses to add variety to your responses. Remember, the goal is to demonstrate your fluency and ability to communicate effectively in English. Practice speaking about a variety of topics. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each mistake is a learning opportunity that brings you one step closer to speaking with confidence and clarity. Good luck.